What's up, guys? It's the Broski Gamers. It's your boy Kane.
Keanu on the can.
Here with a little Cyber Dragon update. It's been months since we've done anything with Cyber Dragons, and we thought it was time that we got back to the basics. Got back to the spice, to the spicy text, to the breaks, to everything.
Yeah, I've heard you dropping zombies for these. Let's get into it.
Alright, so off the top, we got 3 Cyber Dragons. Of course, all with the dark art. It's the best one, let's be real here. I mean, yeah, I love classic Cyber Dragon and it holds a special place in my heart, but never like the dark art.
Is it the reason your Instagram's handle is @DevilinDark or?
No, that's from when I drink too much.
Oh.
Next up is Cyber Dragon Core, and Core is absolutely busted, guys. This was honestly one of the OG like Cyber Dragon supports that really busted up the game and made it possible to run a real Cyber Dragon deck. Of course, you know, put a Cyber Spell or Trap in your hand when it's normal summoned, and what a lot of people don't use for some reason is its secondary effect, which is that if you control no monsters and your opponent does, and this is in the graveyard, you can remove it to special summon a Cyber Dragon. Absolutely nutty. Honestly, boy, about to make me buzz a nut out here. Next up, we got our Cyber Dragon Hurts. Triple of that. Hurts, another busted up card. If it's special summon, you put it at 5.
How do you feel about people cutting it down to 1 or 2 copies?
Me personally, I use it. I use all 3. So I think you're wasting your potential if you're cutting down copies of certain cards. This right here at 2 is fine, but I don't see why you wouldn't maximize it and just go straight to 3, because you're most likely, if you're playing them right.
Super.
Watch business. If you were to cut it down to 2, I'm like, I don't know, it just feels like you're doing a disservice to yourself. Next up, Double Nasher. Honestly, Nasher in an opening move can win the game. Pretty easy. That's all I gotta say about that one, really.
I mean, I've seen a lot of people cut that down to 1, but I think 2 is.
I've been using both,
2
so.
is great. 3's probably a little too much, but 2's great, definitely.
Next up, another double is Galaxy Soldier. Of course, you put Galaxy on the field by getting rid of a light in your hand, and then you get to put another Galaxy in your hand. So if you got an extra card in the field, maybe like Core.
How good is Galaxy plus Hurts in the hand?
That's pretty busted.
It's pretty crazy.
Pretty busted. How good is Galaxy plus Nasher and Cyber? You know what? Let me just keep moving forward. Next up, Yugioh. Literally, this right here is to out problems, in my opinion, because otherwise I don't really use it. We were test playing, and Keanu got Dragoon out, and I just borrowed it real quick and gave him this for his troubles.
And it's like searchable out to Dragoon, so
yeah,
you can search it if you don't draw it. So
yeah, another thing is, look at the artwork. It's not the best kaiju artwork, so it's not the best kaiju artwork. So I'm like, why not give it to your opponent?
The best is Gamecell and Dogoran.
Whatever. So anyway,
I mean, they're the ones on the interrupted kaiju silver. So
we've got another double for you, and this one really busted up the game for me. It's actually Chaos Dragon Levineer. I mean, if you're not playing this card in general, I'm sorry for your loss. But here in this deck specifically, given that there's so many opportunities to put light monsters in your grave, that's a free special summon. That's 2 free special summons.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's crazy.
You special summon this by banishing them, and then you get a free special summon off the exclusive light material you used for it. What the fuck?
Yeah,
come on, son.
You really are gonna use the dark, right? You
no,
like almost never do.
No, I don't think there are.
You don't
any.
want to banish Rampage, so I mean.
I don't even know if there are any darks in the main deck. So, like, if you open up with something like that, and you just sit on it for 2 or 3 turns, the game's over. Next up, we got our what's it called? Our hand traps. Let me just set them up. Double Ghost, Double Ash.
And as you know, Kane is a mega fan of 2 hand traps.
Yes.
Not 3.
Damn.
That's.
Oh, I can't. You can't even see it on there.
It's
You
Kane's
can't even.
favorite hand
You can't even
trap
see it.
right now.
It's broken. I know you guys are thinking, damn, you just got Ghost and Ash. No.
Yo,
Fucking pay attention.
quick story about this. Kane was like, yo, these are like 25 cents. When Toon Chaos came out, he's like, just buy 50 of them. And so I bought like 100 of them. And now they're like $2 each, so
Yeah.
good job.
We're about to make a TikTok about that. Dog, that one guy is just. I'm not even gonna get on him. Next up, single rev system. You guys know I love this card. It's actually just the easiest special summon into a Cyber Dragon that exists. I mean, the amount of times I've just been like, Cyber Dragon,
Yeah.
get rid of it somehow,
Extend.
bring it back. Now it's triple Cyber Emergency. And when did this come out? Wasn't this like stupid expensive for a
Yeah,
while?
it was like, it got up to like 40. I think it's still pretty expensive with that new Dratron archetype coming out, but.
Because this one right here, just easy. Add 1 light machine that can't be normal summon. Y'all are tripping on this one. Y'all are tripping if you don't play
The
this.
secret is the best.
If you
variant.
don't play this exact build just once, you're tripping. I'm sorry. Next up, single repair plant. And I think before we had maybe 2,
yeah,
maybe
but
3.
It's so
But-
searchable though.
Yeah, and so like I noticed at the time I really only used it maybe twice, and that's if the game lasted long enough to use it twice. If you play it, it's probably only gonna happen once. So we went ahead and cut it down. Single Overload Fusion, honestly the most busted fusion card in the game, in my opinion. You just get to use whatever you want from your hand or from your deck or grave, and that oftentimes has led to pretty busted up moves. And I know what you're thinking, well, what other fusion cards you got? We got Cyberload Fusion, pretty nutty. This one right here, honestly, I didn't even know it came out when it came out. It's been a minute.
And it was expensive for a while.
I didn't even realize it.
I actually picked it up like for $20 because it's mandatory and it doesn't look like it's going down in price anytime soon. So
Yeah, and honestly, I know what you're thinking. Well, what if I don't have $20 to spend? So if you can't, I will say, if you can't afford this, I don't think there's anything wrong with going with the standard classic Power Bond or.
yeah, Power Bond's still pretty cool.
Power Bond is still a great card, still a great option, stupid cheap. There's something else, isn't there?
Not sure.
Future
But spoiler, before we get there in the extra deck, we are not running Predaplant, Verite Anaconda in this deck. But we'll get to extra deck when we get to extra deck.
Future Fusion. That's a busted up card right there. Next up, we got triple machine duplication. It just doesn't fit into this one right here. That's why we don't have future fusion. Machine duplication, pretty insane. Of course, you know, put like a core or something down, and then smack that boy on there.
Yeah.
Free Cyber Dragons? Yes, please. Next up, double Cosmic Cyclone.
That's for the rogue matchup.
This right here, I've used this on you a couple times,
Yeah.
and it's effective.
Yeah, that shit hurts.
It's broken.
Yo, I played this Golden Castle dude one
Come
time,
on, son.
and I did not have a Cosmic Cyclone deck, so I lost.
Next up, Overflow.
Gosh.
Honestly, I didn't play this for a long time, and I felt no reason to play it because it's so easy to just overpower someone with Cyber Dragons. But honestly, this just helps out cards. It's just in case you have to get grindy, which sometimes you will.
Yeah.
There's no.
Doesn't it like pop or something? Pops all those cards?
Yeah, so what happens is you banish Cyber Dragons with different levels from your hand field, or graveyard, and then you destroy an equal number of cards your opponent controls. And if it's destroyed by a card effect, you can add a cyber spell or trap for deck to your hand.
Yeah, so obviously crazy synergy with the Cyber Lord Fusion.
Of course. And finally, in the main deck, we've got triple Imperm.
Yeah, I mean, me and Ken were talking about if you can't afford these, because I think the lowest rarity is like $20.
Yeah.
If you can't afford them, you could easily do Effect Veiler.
I know you guys are thinking it right now. You guys have changed. This used to be a budget channel. But as he was saying, just throw some Effect Veilers in here.
Yeah.
Effect Veiler works.
Because honestly, Effect Veiler might be a little better in this build because it is a light. It's got a lot of synergy.
Yeah.
You can get your Levineer out off of it.
I mean, you guys know us. We like to flex.
Yeah.
Because we don't go neg anymore. Not since 10,000.
10,000 Draken, we stay in
Not since 10,000. So here's what we're saying. You can use Effect Veiler, and it might be a better option.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But we had to flex these for you. Next up, we're getting straight into the extra of it all.
Now the extra deck is currently 16 cards, but we will explain them.
So the first one up, you already know we had to put Nicki Minaj out there first. Nicki Minaj is pretty synergistic with this deck, especially considering you just get rid of a card that's 1,000 or below.
Yeah, you get rid of core, your Cyber Repair Plant's live like immediately. So.
Yeah, immediately. Hurts. Get an extra Cyber Dragon.
Yeah, let's go.
Hey, next up, you got your Seeger.
OTK.
That's an OTK right there. It really is.
It really is.
It really is. IP.
Just in case.
How much is IP?
That one's probably only like $10 now.
You've changed.
Fucking asshole.
Next up.
So Lambda, I love this card. I do. I think the artwork's crazy. Obviously it goes with Kane's favorite hand trap in the game right now.
Another thing is, I know what you're thinking. I thought you said all Psy monsters were zombies. They are.
Yeah, they are.
What you talking about?
The best thing about this card is you can bluff. Like you can go in when you go into your lane 2, you can bluff that you have a gamma in hand if you didn't on Lambda. So it gives them that fear. So they play a little
negation.
Yeah, they play a little differently when they think you have gamma in hand. So stave off that Nibira too.
But that's just what they think.
Yeah, that's what they think. Most of the time we never have it in hand. So
next up, one of my faves, Phoenix. Nightmare Phoenix and everything that has Nightmare attached to it is pretty much busted. Yeah. And I don't know why you wouldn't run at least one of them.
Bring back Golf.
Hey, Mermaid.
Bring back Mermaid.
I've been trying to play Nightmare Griffin for like months now. It doesn't make sense for me to run it. But I love the card art. That's why I'm like...
You got addicted to it when you were able to use summon sorcerers in this deck.
Next up, Unicorn. Busted. The game is busted.
Oh, and their budget now. It's like a quarter.
Dang. Yeah. So I guess we haven't changed. Did we balance it for you?
Damn.
For
goodness sake.
Next up, I gotta give a shout out to my boys. Cyber Dragon Nova into Cyber Dragon Infinity for game? Is that what you're telling me?
For game, right?
That's for game. If you play these cards, you can get game easy. And honestly, we were just playing, and as soon as Infinity hits the field, it's actually maybe game over.
Probably game, yeah.
It's probably game. There are very few times where Infinity hits the field and I don't get massive advantage, if not game. Next up, I gotta give love to my boy, Rampage Dragon. And this one right here, of course, is for if I decide to switch it up with Levineer, if I decide to switch the language. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I haven't really done that too much because Levineer is always stuck to my hand.
It's good. It's good for back rows too. You know, Nasher obviously can bring it back to 5. You can go to infinity. So.
Of course, if you have the option to, to banish some cards to attack multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty crazy. Next up, we got our Mega Fleet. This outs a lot of problems. It's not as potent as it used to be, but it is still pretty busted in that it can save your ass. If you are having some trouble with what was it we were playing? We were playing something and it saved me.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the real MVP of Cyber Dragons for life, which is Cyber Twin. Cyber Twin is busted. 2800 is amazing.
Now we actually love this card. You could cut this. This could be your, because like I said, there's 16 in there, so this could be a cuttable one. It's really good if you don't have the Cyberload Fusion. You can just throw a Power Bond in.
Yeah.
And then that's.
This with Power Bond is a game winner.
Yeah.
Literally first turn. If you have this in Power Bond, you can win the game.
And when Nova goes to their graveyard, it's an easy special summon. If your Nova's destroyed prematurely. So
yeah.
Remember that.
Next up,
it's a beautiful card.
We got our invoked Makaba. Mekaba.
So this is
Mokuba.
You can go ahead and throw down the last one too.
Alright, and our very last one is Elder Entity.
Yeah, so me and Kane, we go to different tournaments, we go to the same tournaments a lot. So obviously, Makaba can be summoned off Nova. So that's crazy. Nova gets sent to the graveyard, you get a free Makaba, that's just nuts. Intis is really good for your dogmatic matchup, because when they make you summon the grave, you send this and Nova, your Makaba special summons, and this pops a card on their field. So that's why that's so great. But if you aren't around that meta like we are, you can easily cut the Intis, the Twin. I would definitely keep Mekaba in there. There's a couple of flex spots, but this is our current build,
and we like it. But let us know what you think. And again, thanks so much for the extra attention and love. Yes, we were dying just a couple of weeks ago, and we appreciate you sticking around for new drops.
Please leave a comment. Let us know what you would change.
Let us know if you got the virus.
Yeah, like the video if you liked the video, and see you next time.